Thanks to everybody who's come here today to support this demonstration against attacks on communists and trade unionists in Ukraine. Demonstrations been organised by the Young Communist League here in Edinburgh. It's the second time the YCL's held a demonstration outside this consulate, appalled by and demanding an end to events in Ukraine and an end to the naked intervention of the EU-US-NATO alliance. Unfortunately, however, since then, conditions in the Ukraine have significantly deteriorated. Thursday and yesterday were Allied Victory Days in Europe, in which we celebrate the historic victory of people all over the world against fascist tyranny. Yet today, 69 years since that historic triumph, we've seen fascism rear its ugly head in Europe once again. The EU and the United States have deliberately utilised the Nazi jackpot, using groups such as Svoboda and the right sector to achieve their own imperialist ambitions, and it's the working class in Ukraine that have paid the blood price for this. On the 2nd of May, dozens of Ukrainian trade unionists and opponents of the US-installed neo-Nazi junta were burned alive in the trade union house in Odessa. The building was set on fire by attackers using Molotov cocktails, who then blocked the access to fire engines attempting to put out the blaze. Those trapped in the building were overcome by flames and smoke. Those who attempted to flee the inferno were beaten and shot. Who were the perpetrators? They were the same fascist thugs who the EU and the US have ushered to power in the coup parliament, the same neo-Nazis who the EU and the US have decorated with ministerial title. As if further evidence was needed of the true nature of these pro-democracy heroes, the Maidan protests this week has seen another development. On Tuesday, the pro-fascist majority in the Parliament expelled all communist deputies, a faction for which over 3 million Ukrainians voted. This was their response to the Communist Party's demand for a public debate on the atrocities committed in Odessa. So what do we say as communists in Britain? Our answer surely has to be, history won't be rewritten, the future cannot be banned. Yeah. Fascism has been destroyed in Europe, and it will not be our generation which lets it resurface. The coup government has no legitimacy. It's anti-democratic, anti-communist and anti-worker in nature. It is a puppet of the EU and the US for which they seek to achieve their own imperialist ambition, and it has the aim of crushing all progressive forces in the country. We must redouble our own efforts to end our government and the EU's intervention in the Ukraine, and then demand an end to all diplomatic ties with the fascist dictatorship. Events display more clearly than ever that we must fight for a left exit from the EU and NATO imperialist bloc. We say to the staff in this consulate, don't accept the orders and the diktat of the would-be Fourth Reich. Most fundamentally, we express our profoundest solidarity and greetings to the Communist Party of Ukraine and all anti-fascists in Ukraine. Those comrades who are now, like their grandparents before them, on the front lines against fascism in Europe. Expulsion from Parliament cannot silence the communists who now more than ever are demonstrating that this is our choice, the past and the future, socialism or barbarism. Before handing the statement for the YCL to the staff of the consulate, I'd just like to take a few moments to honour those who lost their lives in Ukraine.